पदकमलम् श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सागररघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तत्त्वकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी विचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशताम्। So, welcome you all to today's Bhagavad Gita session of spiritual scientists. So, the last class we were in the seventh chapter. We are now in the seventh chapter. The chapter, the title is Knowledge of the Absolute. You can go to the seventh chapter. So total Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters, and so first 6 chapter mostly it talks about it is called Karma Yoga leading to Bhakti Yoga, and the middle 6 chapter is Bhakti Yoga itself, and the last 6 chapter is Jnana Yoga leading to Bhakti Yoga. So in the middle 6 chapter, Lord Krishna tells about himself.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Is it audible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. Welcome you all our online participants. I'm not able to see you, but I hope it is audible to all of you.
Yeah,
Yes,
Prabhu, it is audible.
Yes, Prabhu, it is audible.
Welcome you all. So in the middle 6 chapter, this is called Bhakti Yoga, and where Lord Krishna speak about himself. So before starting of this chapter, the 7th chapter, in the last verse of the 6th chapter, Lord Krishna speak that out of all the yoga, like Lord Krishna speak about Karma Yoga, then Dhyana Yoga, or Ashtanga Yoga. Then he spoke about Gyan Yoga also, like he spoke about welcome. He spoke about about the soul in the 2nd chapter. But at last he spoke that out of all the yoga, of all the yogis, the Bhakti Yoga is the topmost. One who is having faith on the Lord and who is serving the Lord. He is the topmost. Bhakti Yoga is the topmost. But how to come to that stage? So Lord Krishna is speaking in the 7th chapter. So in the first verse, Lord Krishna spoke how we can know him as fully how we can know him. What is the process of knowing him? So he spoke about by hearing. If you remember that, I will just read the translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said in the first 7.1. Now hear, O son of Pritha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt. So how can we know about the Krishna in full? So Lord Krishna is giving the process in that. So what is the process he gave? By hearing from him or from his representative. This is the process he gave. Then what is it meaning that knowing the Krishna as full? He gave in the second verse. Yeah, and that is the translation I will read. I shall now declare unto you in full this knowledge. He told, no, you will know me in full. I shall now declare unto you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and numinous. This being known, nothing further shall remain for you to know. So he will speak about both, about the spiritual energies and the material energies both. So if one knows that, he knows everything. So it is written in Bhagavad Gita also, in the second verse also. So if one know about Krishna, Krishna means his energies, spiritual energy, material energy, how he is controller everything. Then he knows everything. So that is in the third verse. Lord Krishna spoke that though it is available, the knowledge is available, but he spoke that out of many thousands of men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. There are many people who are trying to endeavor for perfection, many people, but those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. So here Lord Krishna want to tell that if you want to know Lord Krishna, then you should follow whatever recommendation he is telling. Now he is telling why? Because if you follow the parampara, like Lord Krishna speaks in 4th chapter, evam parampara praptam, this knowledge, whatever it I am giving, it is coming through parampara, like Guru Sishya parampara. So if you follow the parampara, you can know. But others, if you want to know of your own, that is very difficult. So Prabhupada writes in here that actually the path of bhakti is not easy. If you follow the path of bhakti, which has been given by the parampara, the Guru Sishya parampara, that is very easy. But if you want to experiment of your own, then it is very difficult. If you want to experiment of your own, whatever has been recommended by the Krishna, if you follow, accept that, then very easy. But if you have own idea and that, then you cannot know about Krishna. So Lord Krishna is speaking that. Then from the 4th verse onwards, like it is a different section. This 7th chapter also has been divided into a different section. So first 1 to 3, Lord Krishna speak the process how one can know in full. How can one have the knowledge of the Krishna in full? And that is the verse number 1st to 3rd. He gave the process of what he gave the process. He gave the Shravanam by hearing from him, and he also spoke about what knowledge, both spiritual and material knowledge both. And the 3rd verse he told that what one should do so that he can know him. One should follow the parampara system. And now from the 4th to 12th verse, Lord Krishna will speak that how he is the controller of both spiritual and material energy. How is the source of both spiritual and material world. The knowledge, like it is called 2 types of knowledge. One is Asparja Gyan, like he'll spoke how he's the controller of enjoyer, the master. And the second part, the Madhurya Gyan, it is called. That is Vigyan we call. Like he told, if you see in the verse on the second also, Gyanam te ham sab Vigyanam. Both I will speak. Gyanam also I will speak, the knowledge, how I am the controller, enjoyer, proprietor of everything, and how I am the source of both material and spiritual world. And Vijnana means it is a relationship between the devotee and the Lord, the intimacy. That is the Aishwarya means, you remember, like his opulences, his greatness. First part is greatness, knowledge is greatness. How God is great. People will be speaking that God is great, but how he is great? That part is knowledge, and the Vijnanam is like how he reciprocate with his devotees, intimacy. So both Asparja Gyan, Madhurya Gyan. So now Lord Krishna will speak about Asparja Gyan. How is it great? How is the source of material and spiritual world? So we'll read that verse. So I'll just first read, and then you can all repeat. Bhumir apo analo bayo hammanor buddhir evacha ahunkara iti amme bhinna prakriti ashtadha. Bhumir apo analo bayo हम मनोर्बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इति यं मे भिन्ना प्रकृति अष्टधा भूमिरपो अनलो वायु हम मनोर्बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इति यं मे भिन्ना प्रकृति अष्टधा। Anyone can volunteer? पढ़ी पढ़ी।
मी आप अनल वायु खम मन बुद्धि एवं अहंकार इति यम भिन्ना प्रकृति अष्टधा।
Yeah, thank you. You have to practice. No problem. We are beginners only. So Lord Krishna knows about our position. Don't worry. Yeah, please continue.
भूमिरपो नलो नलो वायु संभवनो बुद्धिरे एव च अहंकार इति याम में भिन्न प्रकृति अष्टधा।
Yeah, Suman can try.
मी आपो अनलो वायु खम मनो बुद्धि एवं च अहंकारो इति यम में भिन्न प्रकृति अष्टधा।
Yeah, thank you. So the word to word meaning just we'll see. Bhumi, Bhumi you remember na? Earth. Apaha, Apa means water. Anala, fire. Vayu, air. Kham, ether. Manaha, mind. Buddhi, intelligence. Eva, certainly. Cha, and ahankara, false ego. Iti, thus. Yam, all this. Me, my. It will my. Then Bhinna, separated, Prakriti, energies, Ashtadha, eightfold. Translation I will read. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego, all together, these eight constitute my separated material energy. I will repeat. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego, all together, these eight constitute my separated material energy. So Lord Krishna is speaking here, like earth, you know, where we reside, earth. Then water also we need, water we need for our everything we need water. Then fire, to cook our food we need fire. Air, to breathe we need air. Ether, the sky. It is a medium. If there is no ether means, if I speak something, it cannot be reached to you. Ether is the medium. Then mind, everyone knows mind, intelligence, and false ego, all together, these eight constitute my separated material energy. So purport I will see. So there are three. So everything, if you see our own body, is made up of these elements, isn't it? What are the Lord Krishna is speaking from the gross one. Gross means you remember, like it is visible, isn't it? But if you and the mind, intelligence, and false ego, these are called subtle, sukshma. Sthul and sukshma. Sthul means that we can see that. We are able to see this matter. Okay. But mind, intelligence, and false ego we are not able to see. It doesn't mean that we don't have mind. So our body, if you see, is constituted by what? These elements. Like earth, like all elements we have, all elements we have, everything. Then water also, 70%, nearly 70% of our body is water. Fire also we have digestive fire. Air also, ether, and also the subtle, the sukshma sarit, that is mind, intelligence, and false ego. If you see, everything is Lord Krishna's only. Nothing is our. It's telling, it is my separated material energy. We are not the proprietor. Actual proprietor is he, because everything is coming from him, isn't it? Nothing is ours. If you analyze in that way, nothing is ours. Everything is Lord Krishna's. So you'll see the purport. The science of God analyzes the constitutional position of God and his diverse energy. Science of God. This Prabhupada tells this Bhagavad Gita is science of God. So everything is a science, like it belongs to microbiology division. The study of microbes is called microbiology. It belongs to entomology. Study of insect is entomology. It belongs to physics. Environmental science, study of environments. So like science of God also there. So in that science of God, analyzes the constitutional position of God and his diverse energy. The science of God means it will analyze everything. It will have everything like his energies. how his energy is working, how is controller of his energies, that we are able to see. Like, see, we are studying about the science of God, like who is God, how God is great. So Lord Krishna is speaking that these are the my energies. Whatever you are seeing, they are my energies. Then further, material nature is called Prakriti. Like there are 5 subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. One is called Jiva. We, the Jiva, or the living entity, we are called living, or Jiva we are called. Then Ispara, which is controller of Jiva, and Prakriti, which is controller of both Jiva and Prakriti. Prakriti, you are seeing this material nature. Like we saw the Prakriti, Inna Prakriti Ashtadha, like all material energies. Then we have karma, activities. So what the jiva does with the interaction of the modes, like three gunas, sattva guna, raja guna, and tama guna, and the passage of time, it performs some activities. Always you are performing now. We are not idle. If you see now, never we are idle. If we are sleeping, also we are performing some activity, mental activity we are performing. And also lastly, the time factor, kala. So these are the 5 subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. So here in this portion of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is speaking about the Ishvara. Who is the Ishvara? Lord Krishna. We are trying to understand his position. So material nature is called Prakriti. I told you material nature is one of the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. Material nature, Prakriti, or the energy of the Lord. So it is the energy of the Lord. So the Lord Krishna, the Ishvara, is controlling both the Prakriti and we, the Jiva, both. He is a controller. So material nature is called Prakriti, or the energy of the Lord, in his different Purusha incarnation, as described in the Satgata Tantra. So here Lord Krishna is speaking, the Prabhupada is speaking here, so how Lord Krishna controls this material world. So he expand to Mahavishnu, Garbhodasakai Vishnu, and Sirodasakai Vishnu. So this expansion, they are controlling this material world, material nature. So Srila Prabhupada is speaking about that. So whatever is speaking Srila Prabhupada, you see Srila Prabhupada is giving the references to that. It's not that he is speaking. No, he is speaking from the authority. So if you see for material creation, you see the next line. For material creation, we are concentrating about the material creation, isn't it? We saw about the material energies now, the material world. Now we are focusing on the material creation. Lord Krishna's plenary expansion assume 3 Vishnu. So Lord Krishna expand. Lord Krishna directly not controlling this material world, material energy. So he has expanded. Like you see in a government also, like Prime Minister, he's controlling us, isn't it? He's controlling us. You are also controlled by Prime Minister, but you're not directly controlled. You are controlling by his departmental agency. So what happened? There is detail about this creation, how the material creation happened. It is in detail is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this Bhagavad Gita is a preliminary study, and above that there is Srimad Bhagavatam. So there it is mentioned that like first Lord Krishna is expand. So he expand to Radharani and Balramji. There are 2 simultaneous expansion. Then from Balramji, there are another expansion. There are quadruple. This is called quadruple expansion. Like Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudeva, and Sankarsana. There are 4. And from Sankarsana, then Narayana. Narayana come from the Sankarsana. And from Narayana, another 4. Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And that Sankarsana is called Mahasankarsana. And from that Mahasankarsana, Mahavishnu will come. And from Mahavishnu, Garbhodasakai Vishnu will come. From Garbhodasakai Vishnu, Sirodasakai Vishnu will come. So it is written, just I will tell about that. So the function of these three Vishnu, like Mahavishnu, Garbhodasakai Vishnu, and Sirodasakai Vishnu, is written here. So for material creation, Lord Krishna's plenary expansion assume 3 Vishnu. I told you 3 Vishnus. That expansion of Lord Krishna we now only studied. The first one is Mahavishnu. First one is Mahavishnu. He creates the total material energy known as Mahat Tattva. This is more technical. So before there is creation, it is called Pradhan. And when he glances on the Pradhan, it is unmanifested. It is not manifested. The creation has not happened now. From Pradhan, now it is converted to Mahatattva, to my technical Mahatattva. So Lord Mahavishnu glances to the Pradhan. So he is the source of Mahatattva. The second Vishnu is called Garbhadasakaya Vishnu. So what he lies in the casual, the ocean. Garbhadaka ocean is there. So from him comes the Lord Brahma. From Garbhadasakaya Vishnu, he's lying in the Garbhadaka ocean. So from him comes the Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma is the secondary creator. You see here, the second Garbhadasakaya Vishnu enter into the all the universes. So from Mahavishnu, multiple universes will come. It is said that multiple universes come from the when he's lying in the casual ocean. There is one Karana Dasakai, Karana ocean. Karana ocean is there. So from him comes the many universes. In each universes, the Garbhadasakai Vishnu will enter. So universes come from the Mahavishnu. So from to each universes, here written the second part. Garbhadasakai Vishnu enter into all the universes, isn't it? Second Vishnu, to create diversity in each of them. So he's the from him comes the Lord Brahma. So he's the secondary creator. The third Vishnu is the Sirodasakai Vishnu. One like one Milky Ocean will be there. In that he's lying. So Sirodasakai Vishnu diffused all the pervading super soul. He's diffused as the all pervading. So Sirodasakai Vishnu is now he's present in everyone's heart as Paramatma. So that Vishnu is present in everyone's heart as Paramatma. And also he's present in the atom also. Like it is written in Brahma Samhita, Anda Tarastam Paramanu Chayastarastam. It is present in the universe also, and also in each and every atoms also, and also each and every heart also. So the Paramatma feature, it is one of the expansion of the Lord, isn't it? It is one of the Vishnu, expansion of the Lord, Sirodasakai Vishnu. So Paramatma realization is not the ultimate realization, it is the partial realization. So now you remember three Vishnu. One is Mahavishnu, from where all the universes come. Secondly, after universes come, the Garbhadasakai Vishnu enter into universes, and from the Garbhadasakai Vishnu, Lord Brahma comes. Lord Brahma is the secondary creator. Again, creation happens, and again from him comes the Sirodasakai Vishnu. From Garbhadasakai Vishnu, Sirodasakai Vishnu comes, and he resides in everyone's heart as Paramatma. And also, not only in Paramatma, but if you see every atom, our body is made up of several atoms. In each atom, the Vishnu present. Lord Vishnu is present with the Sirodasakai Vishnu. So this is the way. This is a technical part. So this is the Vedic conception of our whole creation. So this is. Then anyone who knows about these three Vishnu can be liberated from the material entanglement. So if you know about these three Vishnu, you can be free from the material entanglement. So second part of the purport. So this material world is a temporary manifestation of one of the energies of the Lord. Like we studied, like the material nature we studied, material world or material nature we studied. So this is temporary manifestation, but it is cyclical. Like now it is one some period of the universe will be there. Again it will be annihilated. Again creation. It is cyclical. Cyclical it is happening. But it is containing time immemorial. So it is, though it is temporary, but it is eternal. It is because it is cyclical. Cyclical. जब होता है कि एक अभी यूनिवर्स चल रहा है, अभी कुछ उसका पीरियड होगा, लाइफ स्पैन होगा, फिर उसके होने के बाद फिर दूसरा यूनिवर्स फिर होगा, फिर क्रिएशन होगा, फिर ऐसे करके वो साइक्लिकल है. So this material world is a temporary manifestation of one of the energy of the Lord. We saw one of the energy, the material energy. It is manifestation of the material energy of the Lord. All the activities of the material world are directed by the three Vishnu expansion of the Lord Krishna. So we studied that all activities of this material world, it is governed by the three Vishnu, like Mahavishnu, Garbhodakaya Vishnu, Kshirodakaya Vishnu. So they are expansion of the Lord. So you see here, Lord Krishna is not directly involved in this, controlling this material world. So their expansion, they are the controlling. So these Purusha, they are called Purusha's avatar. So Lord Krishna has many avatar. There are 6 different types of avatar. One is called Purusha avatar. Like this, we studied that Mahavishnu, Garbhodakaya Vishnu, and Kshirodakaya Vishnu. Then Lila avatar. Then Guna avatar. Then that is Satyavesa avatar. Then we have what other avatar? It is in the, just I will see. The 4.7 it is there. I will read that. There are 6 Manvantara avatar. So there are 6. Just I will read that. 4.7. Yeah. So there are Purusha avatar, then Guna avatar, Lila avatar, Satyavesa avatar, Manvanta avatar, and Yuga avatar. Yuga avatar. 6 types of avatar. So these are Purusha avatar. Purusha. So these Purusha are called incarnation. They are called incarnation avatar. Just now we saw that incarnation or avatar. Generally, one who does not know the science of God. Here a very important point we are discussing. Generally, one who does not know the science of God or Krishna assume that this material world is for the enjoyment of the living entity. Those who are not aware about the science of God, we are now studying about the science of God, isn't it? Who is God? We are seeing this. Everything is God's, coming from the God only, no? Isn't it? Like our earth, water, air, fire. This constitutes the science of God. So assume that this material world is for the enjoyment of the living entity. So how this material world can be for our enjoyment, isn't it? If you analyze that, like somebody's property, how you can enjoy? If it is own, if it is yours, then you can enjoy. But if it is not yours, how can you be enjoyed? Like earth, it doesn't belong to us. Water also is coming from the Lord. Lord is speaking here. Then our earth, water, air, fire, ether, everything coming from the Lord. So how we can think that we can be the enjoyer? Actual enjoyer is the Supreme Lord. Lord Krishna speak in Bhagavad Gita also 5.29. If you want to become peaceful, happy, then you should follow the peace formula that Lord Krishna is speaking. He speak in Bhagavad Gita 5.29 that Bhoktaram yajna tapasa sarva loka maheshwara Sruda sarva bhutana gyatmam santi rachati. Bhoktaram sarva tapasa yajna tapasa. Because I am Bhokta, isn't it? Now Bhokta means enjoyer. Who is the enjoyer? We are not the enjoyer because we do not, nothing belongs to us. Bhoktaram yajna tapasa sarva loka maheshwara. We will now study all universes. From where it is coming? Sarva loka maheshwara. Not one loka. This loka, that loka. All loka. Sarva loka maheshwara. Sruhada sarva bhutana. Sruhada means he is the well-wisher, ever well-wisher. He is the always well-wisher. Like there are different types of friendship. So Sruhada means who is always well-wisher of somebody. Like there are mitra, there are bandhu, then Sruhada. Mitra means like casual friendship. एक बार हम ट्रेन में गए, दोनों लोगों के दोस्ती हो गया, फिर ट्रेन का जर्नी खत्म, फिर मित्रता खत्म, ये है। फिर उसके अबव जो है बंधु, जैसे कि हम लोग के जो क्लोज रिलेशनशिप है अपने रिलेटिव बंधु. Sruta means always he is well wisher. He is giving this Bhagavad Gita to us so that we can know about him, we can become peaceful. So always he is well wisher. So he assumed that the material world is for the enjoyment of the living entity, and that the living entities are the Purusha. So Purusha means, remember there are two types. One is Purusha and one is Prakriti. पुरुष समझते हैं ना, पुरुष तो हम लोग पुरुष बोलते हैं ना, पुरुष और महिला लिखा नहीं लिखा था, पुरुष और महिला. पुरुष हम लोग सोचते हैं कि हम पुरुष हैं, वास्तव में उसको पुरुष का जो मीनिंग होता है एंजॉयर. एंजॉयर के जो प्रकृति होता है उसको फीमेल रिप्रेजेंटेशन को प्रकृति माना जाता है, जैसे कि मेटेरियल नेचर, फेमिनाइन प्रकृति बोलते हैं, प्रकृति और पुरुष, प्रकृति और पुरुष. So always the Purusha or they control the Prakriti. Lord Krishna is called Purusha, and he controls the Prakriti, the energies, Prakriti energy, material nature. But we ourselves consider ourselves Purusha, but not. We are not the Purusha. That the living entities are the Purusha, the cause. So how do they consider our? How do we ourselves consider? We consider ourselves as the cause. हमको लगता है कि हमने किया है, तो वास्तव में हमने किया है क्या? नहीं किया. सब सोर्स तो भगवान से ही आ रहा है. तो कॉज. देन सेकंड कंट्रोलर. हमको लगता है कि वी आर द कंट्रोलर. वी कैन कंट्रोल एवरीथिंग. कैन वी कंट्रोल एवरीथिंग? Everything is coming from the Lord. So we are not the controller. We are controlled. We are controlled by the how? We are controlled by the modes, gunas. We are controlled by the modes, isn't it? जो प्रकृति का तीन गुण होता है, रजो गुण, तमो गुण, सत्व गुण. We are controlled by the prakriti. Sometimes we become very friendly, become very good. Sometimes we become very harsh to somebody. We are not under. Are we are controlling ourselves? We cannot control. Sometimes we know that we should not behave in such a way, but we behave. That means we are not the controller. We do not want to be angry upon somebody, but we become angry in the particular situation. Because we are not the controller. And like Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, can you control? If you are the real controller, if you remember this point, you can think that we are not the controller. Can you become deathless? We are deathless. Of course, we are deathless. But can you stop your old age or death? Can you stop? No. We cannot stop. Our body will die. So we are not the controller. And enjoy, we cannot enjoy also because everything belongs to the Lord. Enjoy of the material energy. So we are thinking in this way. In this material world, we are thinking that we are Purusha. We are the cause of this material world. We are the controller of this material world and enjoyer. So everything problems, whatever we are seeing, this because of this, we are considered ourselves Purusha, but we are not the Purusha. See further, according to the Bhagavad Gita, this atheistic conclusion is false. So this is atheistic way of thinking. Like I consider myself as the Purusha. In the verse under the discussion, it is stated that Krishna is the original cause of the material manifestation. हमने पढ़ लिया ये. So original cause of this material world, material manifestation कौन है? भगवान. मैंने पढ़ा अभी. Mind, intelligence, ego, जो earth, water, air, fire, ether, सबका source भगवान है. और हम सोच रहे हैं कि हम ही जो है enjoyer है. We are thinking we are the enjoyer. Srimad Bhagavatam also confirmed this. So Lord Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam also speak in one of the verse. In the first verse itself, Janmadasya Jataha. So everything is coming from Him, the Supreme Lord. Janmadasya Jataha. From whom everything is coming. All different also, all verses. Like there also Lord is speaking that Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. Lord Krishna is to Bhagwan Swayam. So, like there it is the description of all the avatars that are there, but there it is written that this avatar, Srimad Bhagavatam, it is written that whatever the avatar has been described, they are either direct expansion or expansion of the expansion, but Lord Krishna is the source of all expansion. He is the Bhagwan. He is the source of all the avatars. So, further, the ingredients of the material manifestation are separated energy of the Lord. So we saw what are the ingredients of the material manifestation? Very good. So what is we are also made up of, we are also manifestation of the material world. So earth, water, air, fire, ether, mind, intelligence, ego. So they are the energies of the Lord. So even the Brahma Jyoti, which is the ultimate goal of the impersonalist, is a spiritual energy manifested in the spiritual sky. The Brahma Jyoti is coming from also Supreme Lord. Is spiritual energy, comes from spiritual energy. There are no spiritual diversity in the Brahma Jyoti as there are in the Vaikuntha Loka. And the impersonalists accept the Brahma Jyoti as the ultimate eternal goal. देखिए यहाँ पे. So there is no variegatedness in the Brahma Jyoti. Like there are some section of the transcendentalists, those who are up to the Supreme Lord. they think that Lord Krishna is the light, and they want to merge into that light, Brahma Jyoti. So Lord Krishna is not the light. He's the source of this Brahma Jyoti we are now studying. That even the Brahma Jyoti, which is the ultimate goal of the impersonalist, is the spiritual energy manifested in the spiritual sky. It is the energy of the Lord. There are no spiritual diversity. So in that Brahma Jyoti, there is no variegatedness. Like in Vaikuntha Loka, we have variegatedness. So actually, variegatedness is the source of enjoyment. If you see, I have read somewhere, variety is the source of enjoyment. If you are given the same thing, you will not enjoy. You need variegatedness. Like if the management, they serve only rice and dal. You will feel bored. So you need rice, dal, chapati, or more sabji. You see, nowadays there are so many combinations of sabjis are there. So many, innumerable, combining this, combining that. Many varieties. So this is the source of enjoyment. But there is no source of enjoyment in the Brahma Jyoti. But in the Vaikuntha Loka, there is there. The variegatedness is there. And the impersonalists accept the Brahma Jyoti as the ultimate eternal goal. So there are different goals. For the personalists, Vaikuntha Loka or the Golok Vrindavan, where there is variegatedness. So many varieties are there. That is the ultimate goal. But for the impersonalists, like we call them Mayavadi also. But for them, the ultimate goal is the Brahma Jyoti. So different group of people, like Paramatmavadi, their ultimate goal is to like we saw in the Dhyana Yoga. So they try to realize the Paramatma feature of the Supreme Lord. Their aim is that, their goal is that. Then from a Brahmavadi, they consider the Brahma Jyoti is the eternal goal. And for the personalists, like the devotees, for them the ultimate goal is Vaikuntha Loka or Golok Vrindavan. So if you see further, the Paramatma manifestation is also a temporary. So here there is Srila Prabhupada is contrasting about the Brahma Jyoti. Then we have like Vaikuntha Loka and like Brahmavadi, Paramatmavadi, and like the Bhakti Yogi. So the Paramatma manifestation is also temporary, all-pervasive aspect of the Srirodashika Vishnu. Like we saw that Paramatma is the part of, it is a manifestation of the Srirodashika Vishnu. Srirodashika Vishnu, he assumed the Paramatma. But that Paramatma is also temporary. As long as the living entity is the material world, Paramatma remains in our world. But there is no conception of Paramatma in the spiritual world. This material world, we have spiritual world. So as long as we are in the material world, we have the Paramatma inside all the living entity. So whatever form may be, there are 8.4 million species of the living entity. 84 लाख different varieties है. उसमें सब कुछ है, उसमें all varieties. उनके heart में, in their heart, Lord Krishna reside as the Paramatma. So if there is the living entity in the stool also, Lord Krishna sit as the Paramatma. So you see how much Lord Krishna is well wisher for everyone else. But when we leave this material world and go to the spiritual world, like Vaikuntha Loka or Golok Vrindavan, there is no Paramatma conception. The Supreme Lord will be there. In the Vaikuntha Loka, he is like in the Vishnu form. And in the Golok Vrindavan, it is Supreme Lord himself. The Paramatma manifestation also is temporary manifestation. The Paramatma manifestation is not eternal in the spiritual world. Same thing the Prabhupada is writing here. Therefore, the factual absolute truth is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. We saw what we saw. Brahma Jyoti is the energy of the Supreme Lord. Paramatma also is a part of expansion of the Supreme Lord. So actual Supreme is what? The Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is the Supreme. From him coming the Paramatma. From him is the Srirodashika Vishnu. And the Brahma Jyoti also is the part of the energy of the Supreme Lord. Like you see the Brahma Jyoti, if you see some picture like you see here, like भगवान की चारों तरफ एक लाइट जैसा दिख रहा है ना आपको, that is called effulgence of the Supreme Lord, Brahma Jyoti, the radiations of the coming from the Supreme Lord. So therefore, the factual absolute truth is the supreme personality of Godhead Krishna. Now you understood who is the supreme. So the Paramatmavadi, Brahmavadi, they are not the supreme. Bhakti Yogi, they are the supreme. He is the complete energetic person. Energetic person. So now there are two conceptions. One is called energetics, one is called energy. Energetics is the source of energies. Shaktiman and Shakti. We are Shakti. We'll see. Now we are concentrating about the material worlds. Material energy is the Shakti, and Lord Krishna is Shaktiman. It is coming from the Shaktiman. And he possesses different separated and internal energy. So now we are studying about the different separated. This Prakriti, now we study the material energy. It is called separated energy from the Supreme Lord. And we have internal energy also, like Antaranga Shakti and Bahiranga Shakti. Like Srimati Radharani is the Antaranga Shakti, the Supreme Lord. And material energy is the Bahiranga Shakti. So, but we, the living entity, we are called Tarastha Shakti, marginal energy. We are superior, we are also spiritual, but we are marginal energy. So we have choice either to come under the center of internal energy और मेटेरियल एनर्जी. हम लोगों के पास चॉइस है, हमेशा चॉइस है. आप लोगों के पास चॉइस था कि नहीं? अगर जैसे कि मैंने आपको इनवाइट किया, आपकी डिजायर था, इफ यू हैव डिजायर you not have come also, that is what your desire, but you thought that let me come and try to hear something about Bhagavad. आपके पास भी चॉइस था, आपके पास भी चॉइस था. तो हम लोगों के पास चॉइस है, whether you want to become from under the internal energy or material energy. जैसे कि there are many students coming here, they have the choice, isn't it? We are not barring anybody to come here and sit and hear. Now we are trying to understand the science of God, science of Lord Krishna, and how is the enjoyer, how is the controller, how is the source of everything. But we have not barred others also to come and hear, isn't it? But they have the choice. They are exercising their choice. So we have the choice. So we are marginal energy. So always we have the choice whether to come under center of the internal energy or external energy. So now we are this part, the 7.4. We are studying about the external energy of the Supreme Lord. Okay, fine. Then further, in the material energy, the external energy, the principal manifestation are 8. Principally, there are 8 manifestations. What are the 8 manifestations? So 8 जो शक्ति क्या क्या भगवान का था, मैंने पढ़ा अभी. Yeah.
Fire, ether, then
Earth, fire, ether, yes.
knowledge.
One more, one was earth, water, you water. Yeah. And further, मन, बुद्धि, अहंकार. ये अहंकार, ये principally 8 है. Out of yeah, first ego, mithya ahankar. Mithya, because of this first ego, we are thinking that we are the product of this material nature. Because of false ego, like there are many covering. First covering is the false ego, then intelligence, then mind. So because of the mithya ahankar, we think that, and this it will come further also. It will be there.
That false ego is also part of
this material energy. Yeah, right. We'll see. Out of this, the first 5 manifestations, namely the earth, water, fire, air, and sky. Sky, you can remember this, ether, are called the 5 gigantic creation or the gross creation. Like Panch Mahabhut. Yeah. Hare Krishna. The Panch Mahabhut बोलते हैं ना हम लोग, Panch Mahabhut. जो अर्थ, वाटर, एयर, फायर, इथर, ये 5 महाभूत से बना हुआ है मेटल वर्ल्ड, हम लोग का शरीर भी. और द ग्रॉस क्रिएशन, ग्रॉस मतलब जो हम लोग देख सकते हैं, ग्रॉस क्रिएशन, within which the 5 sense objects are included. उसके बाद क्या है, 5 sense objects. 5 sense objects क्या है? They are the manifestation of the physical sound. So sound एक तो होता है कि जैसे कि एलिमेंट्स है, उसके जो मेटेरियल एलिमेंट्स है, और उसका सेंस ऑब्जेक्ट है. सेंस ऑब्जेक्ट मतलब क्या है उसका, जैसे कि इफ यू सी लाइक स्मेल, द सेंस ऑब्जेक्ट इज अर्थ. earth. Earth. Then for, if you see further, water, we have taste. एक तो हम लोग के सेंस है, सेंस ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है, सेंस ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है. Further, form, then we have fire. Fire has some form, isn't it? Then for touch, it is air, and for physical sound, it is sky. For these five major elements, there are 5 sense objects also they are included. Then further, समझ गए? कुछ confusion है? पहले हमने पढ़ा 5 elements, earth, water, air, fire, ether. फिर 5 sense objects. They are the manifestation of the physical sound. जैसे कि for smell, earth is the object for smell. Then further, material science comprises these 10 items and nothing more. So these 5 elements like earth, water, air, fire, ether, and this sense object. So whatever we are studying, if you see the material science, it will cover all these 10 elements only. So five your elements, 5 gross elements, and this sense object. If you see all this, whatever study we are doing, material science, they will cover this 10, not this mind. Further it will come, not, but the other 3 items, namely the mind, intelligence, and false ego, are neglected by materialists. Abhi, if you see, there is no, most of the study have been done in this 5 element only. It is 10, earth, water, air, fire, ether, and your this sense object, but not the mind, intelligence, and ego. That if you, there is no study where the mind is present. Like there is many controversy about it, but Vedic science tells that mind doesn't reside here, mind resides in the heart. Because now only we study, na? Like soul is there, first covering false ego, then intelligence, then mind. So if soul is there in the heart, then this mind also is there in the heart, isn't it? Because this is covering on the soul. But what normally people think? They think that the mind present then. That is different. So that is the other will study in that. But the other 3 items, there is very less study in the mind, intelligence, and the ego part. Nobody will tell you. Where actually there is no methods to tell where present, where is the mind is located. Material science doesn't speak about, but like soul also, presence of soul also, material science cannot speak. But we speak about all these bodily elements. Philosopher who deals with the mental activities are also not perfect knowledge because they do not know the ultimate source is Krishna. The philosopher जानते हैं ना, जो लोग कविताएं वगैरह लिखते हैं, philosophy वगैरह जो, they are mostly in the mental platform. Like they are quiet, there are also mentally they will create the story, everything. They are the mental platform they are. In it, they will, that mental platform they will first of all. We need scientists also. They in the platform, mental platform, intellectual platform also. So philosopher who deals with the mental activities, the philosopher, they will consider the mental activity. They are in the mental platform. Are also not perfect in knowledge because they do not know the ultimate source is Krishna. They do not know that from the ultimate source is Lord Krishna. The false ego, like you were asking, false ego. The false ego, I am, like false ego, like we are. What we are? We think that we are body, and I am body, and my whoever my bodily relatives, they are mine. मेरे से जो मेरे शरीर के साथ जो रिलेटेड है वो मेरे ओन है, they are mine all over. So I am means I am this body, it's mine, which constitutes the basic principle of material existence. So the Prabhupada also tells in introduction, see this verse only came in mercy of the Supreme Lord. I don't know whatever I wanted to tell. So it is there. What is this consciousness? Just I am relating your own question. What is this consciousness? This consciousness is I am. हम लोग सोचते हैं ना I am. What I am? The Prabhupada is telling. Then what am I? In contaminated consciousness, I am means I am the Lord and of all I survey, and I am the enjoyer. I am this body, and body is meant to enjoy. So I am the Lord. This is my body. This is mine. And I am Lord of whatever. Just now we studied that the living entity thing in this material world is the cause. Cause means what? He's the source of that, and he's the controller. Just put it. Here is it, I am the Lord. तो आई एम द लॉर्ड. हम लोग को जो भी दिखता है ना, तो हमको लगता है कि ये मेरे एंजॉयमेंट के लिए है. So I am the Lord of all I survey. Whatever I see, I think that this is for my own enjoyment, and I am the enjoyer. This is the contaminated consciousness. हम लोग जो अभी अगर जो प्योर नहीं है, हम लोग का माइंड कंटामिनेटेड है अभी, हम लोग प्योर नहीं है. तो in this consciousness, whatever in this form of consciousness, we think that we are the Lord, all of I survey. But now we studied that, are we the Lord? Are we the cause? Are we the controller? No. So the world revolves because every living entity, living being thinks that he is the Lord and creator of the material world. तो ये हम लोगों की thinking है. This is our thinking. Like we studied now only that the living entity is thinking himself as a Purusha. He is the cause, he is the source, he is the controller, and he is the enjoyer. But we are not this enjoyer. So now we further. So false ego means this. If you when because of false ego, we are thinking that we are the product of this matter. We have been made from the matter, but not. We are not the matter. We are spirit. We are spirit, and we are coming from the supreme spirit. But because of false ego, we think that I am the source. I have been made from this matter, and whoever related to me, they are my own. Are they our own? Actually, no. How? Suppose now whatever relative we have, if they die, where is the relationship then? Now we have every relationship there, but if somebody die out of, suppose two are there, if one of them die, then where is the relationship? So they are also not our own. It is temporary. So further we will see. Includes the further which constitute the basic principle of material existence, include 10 sense organ for material activity. So what are the sense organ? We will study about the 24 elements, how this material world has been formed. So in that 24 elements we studied what are the 10 first 8 we studied, earth, water, air, fire, ether, mind, intelligence, ego. How many? 8. Then further 5 sense objects we studied: smell, touch, hum, sound, and 5 we studied. How many? 8, 5, 13. Then further we have 10 sense organs. So what are the 10 sense organs that there? They are called working senses, and also they are called knowledge acquiring senses. Working senses are what? First we will see what the knowledge acquiring senses, like our eyes, then ear, then we have a tongue, then skin. How many are there? Nose, 5. 5. So 8 plus 5, 13 plus 5, 18. Another 5 are working senses, like our hand, then leg, 2, and then we have speech. Yes, speech, and 3. Then we have our genital, and we have rectum, anus. There are 5. They're working. Because of they're working, we are doing many activities. So there are 5 knowledge acquiring, we acquire knowledge, and there are 5 working senses, knowledge acquiring and working senses. So now how many? 23. And last one is called Mahat Tattva. Mahat Tattva. So this is the last element, Mahat Tattva. So intelligence refers to the total material creation called Mahat Tattva. So therefore, from the 8 separated energy of the Lord are manifest the 24 elements of the material world. So principally from the 8, everything is coming. The principle is 8. Therefore, from the 8 separated energy of the Lord are manifest the 24 elements of the material world. Okay. Any doubt in that? Why it is called everything is coming from there? Like we saw, even the working senses or knowledge acquiring senses, they are coming from where? Isn't it? They are also part of this material element. हमने जो पढ़ा material element, they are also coming from the material element only, na? Our working senses, knowledge acquiring senses. What are they made up of? So this is the reason the Prabhupada here is telling. Therefore, from the 8 separated energy of the Lord are manifest the 24 element of the material world. Further description. This is actually Bhagavad Gita speak about very concise form. If you see in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is further how the mind is created. Right there it is written that when the false ego, they will false ego and sattva guna, when they combine, the mind created. More technical. I'm not going to detail in that. It's there in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Our teacher, His Panda Prabhuji, he taught this, how the mind is created, how intelligence is created. So this is some more technical. So, but if you now for the timing, we know that from the 8, everything is coming. The 24 elements are coming. Further, which are the subject matter of the Sankhya atheistic philosophy? So the Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya philosophy means what? They will analyze of what the material world is made up of. Sankhya means matter and spirit. They will analyze both of them. Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya means number, na? Number. So we are now saying that with the 24 elements, whole material world is made up of. They will analyze these 24 elements. Sankhya philosophy. They are originally offshoot from the Krishna's energy and are separated from him. But atheistic Sankhya philosopher with poor fund of knowledge do not know Krishna is the cause of all causes. Atheistic Sankhya philosopher. But the theism, those who are, there are two types of Sankhya philosophy. It means that there are two Sankhya philosophy, theistic and atheistic. Atheistic Sankhya philosophy, they do not know that everything is coming from Krishna. But the theistic Sankhya philosophy, there are, I don't want to go detail about that, but there are propounders of this two philosophy are there. Two propounders. They're propagating this Sankhya philosophy. So one of the atheistic Sankhya philosopher, they do not know that these 24 elements are coming from the Supreme Lord. Now we are seeing, isn't it? From the 8 original. Now we studied the 8 one we studied, isn't it? Lord Krishna himself speaking. Earth, water, air, fire, ether, mind, ego. From that everything 24 is coming, isn't it? But the atheistic, they do not consider this, that everything source from Krishna or Krishna. They do not believe this. Further, the subject matter for discussion in the Sankhya philosophy is only the manifestation of external energy of Krishna, isn't it? अगर Sankhya philosophy जो हमने पढ़ा अभी जिसके बारे में, ये क्या कर रहे हैं, बस एक्सटर्नल एनर्जी के ऊपर स्टडी किया जा रहा है. हमने 24 एलिमेंट्स कैसे, how this universe is made up of 24 elements. They are more concerned about this external energy, not external energy of the Lord Krishna as it is described in the Bhagavad Gita. So we studied the Sankhya philosopher also. So the Sankhya philosopher, what they are more concerned with this external part. So further, but not this. Only this matter is not, this material world is not governed only by matter. There is some governing principle also. That Lord Krishna speak further. So who governs this? Who governs this? Now we are studying about only the material energy of the Supreme Lord. But who governs that? Who is the source of that? That Lord Krishna will further speak. Who is the controller of this material energy? So Lord Krishna will speak about the living entity. Now we are studying about the Prakriti, the material energy, but spiritual energy will speak. So as I told also further that this verses, like from verse number 4 to 12, Lord Krishna speak how is the source and controller of this material and spiritual energy. So Lord Krishna just started this speaking about him. This is called science of Krishna or science of God, isn't it? So how he is great, how is the source of everything. Then if you know that we cannot be in disturbed condition. If something happens also, like you can think that we are not the controller, isn't it? And if you are not able to enjoy something also, you can think that this property doesn't belong to me, how can I enjoy? Lord Krishna is actually enjoyer. And also if you see further detail, like, so everything is given by Lord Krishna, so it must be utilized for him also, isn't it? Like for example, this facilities is given by whom? Directors or government also you can speak. Like, director is a part of government. So why they have given this facility? So that this can be utilized for their purpose, not for your purpose. Like if you do not, if you are, suppose you are given fellowship also, and government is giving fellowship, and the purpose is that you study and you try to contribute something. But if you do not do that, if you do not come to the classes, and then after some days you will be fired, isn't it? Like recently we are teaching some UG students, so some of them do not come to the classes. So at last their attendance is calculated, and that I heard that their fellowship also will be deducted. Why? Because they think that I am the enjoyer here, but they are not the enjoyer. They have been selected for studying here. You study here, whatever duty have been assigned to you. Apart from that, if you want to do something, that is not concerned. But you have to come to the classes. Minimum 85% attendance is required. So, like here also, what we are studying, everything is given by the Lord. Earth, water, air, fire, research. So it must be utilized for Lord Krishna. We are not the actual enjoyer. He is the actual enjoyer. So this is the practical aspect we can relate, that in day-to-day life, whenever we feel like, I mean, when I'm not able to control something, we can think that I'm not actually the controller, and something is not going my way. So we can think that he is the controller. So let me try to follow his instruction, and so that I can live a life according to his instruction. So he'll protect us. So this is the message we got, that we are not this enjoyer in this material world. We are not the source. We are not the source. Neither we are the controller. Neither we are the enjoyer. We are only what you call the facilitator. Whatever we have, that can be only utilized for the enjoyment of Supreme Lord. Like for example, we offer here food. Food is given by whom? Lord Krishna has given this food, so we offer to him, and he gives his mercy. It is a gratitude to him. So with this, we'll conclude. We have 10 minutes to 9. So if you have any question or anything about your thoughts, that also we can a little bit have some discussion. Yeah. That Mahavishnu, yeah, very good. Thank you, Babu. So yeah, this one. So you can go to plate number 7, isn't it? Plate 7. Very good, very good. You see here is Maha. Go to plate number 7. Starting there. Here, plates. Yeah, plates. This one. If you see here, plate number 7. I am the source of all spiritual and material world. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their heart. That was the 10.8. So he is God Mahavishnu. He is lying in the Karana Ocean. This ocean is Karana Ocean. If you call English, it is called Special Ocean. Special Ocean. And from his body, from his breathing, the universes will come. Universes, so many universes are coming from his breathing. So you see the universes, many. So it's not that only we have one universe. We have many universes here. Like now also, there parallel universes are there. We are talking about parallel universes. Many universes. So then his expansion, his Mahavishnu, then from his expanses Garbhodasakaya Vishnu. He will enter to this each universes. This is one universe, he'll enter. And from his navel, from the Garbhodasakaya Vishnu, this, the Garbhodasakaya Vishnu is the expansion of Mahavishnu. He will enter to the universes. And from his navel, Brahma will come. And he's the secondary creator. Again, creation will happen. And again from the Garbhodasakaya Vishnu, another expansion, Sirodasakaya Vishnu. So he is the source of our Paramatma. And also in atom, like if you can you find material science find where is Mahavishnu, Sirodasakaya Vishnu is there, the spiritual part. We will only think that neutron, electron, neutron, and proton. But that's who is controlling that? Is it automatically they are moving and everything? No, there is nothing automatic here. That is the part of the spiritual part that is governing everything. Like this metal world is governed by this Vishnu, and the atom also is governed by this part of Lord Vishnu. So this is called Vedic source of creation and everything. So we are not, there is no confusion. Yeah. But if you see, science also is now, it will accept. Now, yeah, it will accept that. I remember we had few days back, we have International Microorganism Day. So our divisional head, very famous, very scientific work. So he accepted this. He told that previously it was thought that Anthony von Leeuwenhoek, he is the first person to see the macros. So he was considered as the father of macrobiology. But Madam was sharing that when he started to read something, he saw that in Puranas and Vedas also these macroorganisms have been described. They have been described there. So he accepted that Vedic. So he was telling that we should have this knowledge also, this Vedic part also in our subjects. It should be included. Not that Anthony von Leeuwenhoek, I think he belongs to I don't remember. He belongs to some foreign countries. Anthony von Leeuwenhoek, Dutch, German. So now science, according to modern science, he's the father of macrobiology, but not Vedic. According to Vedic Puranas, it has been described in the Vedas and Puranas long back. But I do not know where it is described. La Prabhupada also has written in Bhagavad Gita that the soul, when he described the characteristics of the soul, La Prabhupada described in Bhagavad Gita that soul is so small that even if in microorganisms also soul is accommodated. You can remember how much small the soul may be. एक बार बात समझ रहे आप लोग सोल के साइज क्या होगा कि वो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म जो कि हम लोग देख नहीं पाते हैं हम नेकेड आइज से माइक्रोन में रहते हैं ना माइक्रोन में इन दैट आल्सो द सोल रिसाइड्स so if somebody asks you can you speak about the size of soul it cannot be seen and it's so small from our material science of point of view and that अगर माइक्रो के ऑर्गेनिज्म का बात करते हैं तो आपने if you see one plate say some Newton agar plate where the microbes is grown how much space is required for one colony you have seen one bacterial colony and those who are working in microbiology they can appreciate that in one colony there are billions of cells and then also in that space La Prabhupada writes that in that little bit space there are many souls are there, isn't it? Because one microbe, one soul. Then in that billions of microbes are there. Hardly how much space? I don't think. Maybe micron. So you can imagine the size of soul in that. But I'm speaking a little bit material point of view. So this is the Vedic creation, Vedic way. So perfect knowledge has been given. It is accepted. Like see the modern science, they describe about the. If you argue that how can we believe this scripture and all, we have what you call the pregnancy and different stages of embryo It has been described in Srimad Bhagavatam. How the living entity, what is his position, how the developmental stages happen, already described in Srimad Bhagavatam. How many back? For our knowledge, in 5,000 years back, it has been described. What modern science is now trying to establish. So this is the developmental stage from seed.
In vitro fertilization, that get childs of
Yeah, correct. Dhritarashtra.
but that 100 childs were not in that womb. It was outside the womb.
Yes, yeah. So modern scientists, they're slowly accepting this fact. They're establishing this, proving this fact. So perfect knowledge of creation is there. There is no confusion how this creation has happened. Like we have Big Bang theory. We may also sometimes study that. But this is the way of creation, material creation. Somebody speak about material universe, how it is created, who is the controller. Everything is perfectly given, the Supreme Lord. The problem is you do not accept that. So this is our lacuna. But slowly, by His mercy, we can accept. Any other thoughts we have? I think it is getting dead also. Yeah, in online participant, any comments, any criticism, anything, any suggestion, whatever you feel like.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. So first of all, thank you so much for this very enlightening session. Many of the things were clear, Prabhuji. Actually, we heard but we forget.
Yes,
Being modern age people, we have these mistakes of forgetting. So even though Prabhuji will discuss many times, and today it was very in-depthly you have spoken about how it is a science, that first of all it is speaking about the creator and also the different energies in a very scientific way, how different energies are coming out. So I think it was really very enlightening, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Yeah, so one thing, Prabhuji, as you also very nicely spoken about 24 elements, this Sankhya philosophy, and there one Mahat Tattva is there, and then also this intelligence are also included. So as you correctly said, Prabhuji, that 8 elements are there, then gross and other elements are coming, and so these are 23, and when we consider Mahat Tattva, it is 24. So in words, Prabhuji, I think a little bit maybe you can clarify that already in 8 intelligence is included, and in purport, Prabhuji, again it is written that intelligence refers to the total material creation called the Mahat Tattva. So this intelligence is a summation of something, or it is is there any difference, Prabhuji, which was included in 8?
Very good question. For the time being, I have also no idea about this. Little bit, I'm also not aware of this. So we can ask Prabhuji regarding this little bit more clarification.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Maybe yes, we can ask also. So,
Yes.
but I think Prabhuji, it was very much, enlightening. Many things I could recall. Prabhuji, at least. Yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Because of your session only, we tried to discuss. Actually, many things also, I was also not aware of many things. But what happens actually when we are sincere to try to know something, and we have eagerness to know. So this is revealed. Many things, not like for it is revealed to me, but if you see, when we are trying to discuss something, the Supreme Lord, we are really sincere about to know something, it will be understandable in a group. I'm very much thankful. Otherwise, what I can speak about this? I am also not that much well versed with this verses. It is Supreme Lord knowledge. But Supreme Lord is explaining here. So in association, we can know. Yeah. Thank you very much. So you can throughout this week, you can read the verse. One verse only once in a week, or we study. We try to read and we try to relate to our day-to-day life. Thank you very much. तो श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.